Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today we are starting the deck request for the month of July, and this time we're going with GG Cyberdark's July request. Now he always, last month he just provided me with a deck list he wanted me to use for a video, which makes it pretty easy for me, so that's why we're starting with him. He provided this deck. I only made one change, which was one enemy controller instead of a second treacherous. Everything else it's exactly what he sent me, and I think the extra deck might be different, but he didn't specify a skill, so I just went skillless because I'm using this guy, Kessler. I don't know what to call him. Anyway, so we're not using skill, and it's basically a Claw of Hermos Cyberdark Edge deck. I wouldn't even call it a full Cyberdark because I'm only running Edge and Cannon, but at least and we're running a Blue Eyes engine with it as our Claw of Hermos target, so we can special summon Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword, get some ridiculous attack on Cyberdark Edge, and just basically attack directly. We don't really OTK with this, even though in rare situations you can. I kind of just want to bypass my opponent's monsters and you know, attack directly, and then once they deal with my Cyberdark Edge, they usually have a Blue Eyes or two to deal with after that. So the deck is actually pretty strong. Cyberdark Edge, which you can search with Cyberdark Cannon, it's gonna let you send White Stone of Ancients to the graveyard if you attack with a Cyberdark Cannon equipped. You know, 3 copies of White Stone of Ancients. You can go into a little bit of a synchro engine, not much. So I just have the Armades, one Underworld Fighter, this guy. There was a couple times where I actually summoned Cyberdark Cannon or the Lengling, so I just threw in a level 4 in case, but I could probably replace this with a Gigantic Castle, because it's more likely that I'll go into a level 9. We have Asherize for that, 1 Silver Scry, the 3 Claw of Hermos, and that pretty much rounds up the deck. Yeah, pretty standard. So your Cyberdark Edge will attack directly. Your you know, you're gonna be sending White Stone of Ancients, so you can banish the back row, banish anything problematic. And because of the Claw of Hermos, this guy can get pretty ridiculous attacks. And you don't have to necessarily equip it to Cyberdark Edge. I did almost every game, but you can get a pretty beefy Blue Eyes or Dragon Spirit of White. Another thing you can do is get a really ridiculous Armades. You know, they can't activate anything when he attacks, so that's pretty crazy. But as I mentioned, most of the time I just went with Cyberdark Edge. I don't remember if I played Cyberdark before, but they're actually kind of fun. They're annoying to go up against, but they're pretty fun to use. The Lengling is gonna let you attack twice if you equip it to a Cyberdark Edge, which is pretty nice. Other than that, it's a pretty standard deck, so let's just go ahead and show you some gameplay. So there should be a stream either tomorrow or today, depending on when I post this. Should be Wednesday night. And I'm probably gonna be climbing the special duels ladder. I just have to figure out what deck I want to use. I have a deck in mind, but I haven't seen what people are using. I'm assuming it's mostly Red Eyes, Blue Eyes, Neos, and probably Dark Magician or something like that. So we're going up against Neos Fusion right there. This is my first time hearing this music, by the way, and it's a little bit too intense. Okay, there you go. You got a little bit better. So we're just gonna search a Cyberdark Edge, activate the Claw of Hermos, put this Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword, and look at that, 3900 attack. Unfortunately, we're attacking into a Cosmic Cyclone, so it's not ideal, but we still get to send our White Stone of Ancients to the graveyard. And we're gonna summon a Blue Eyes. No point in summoning Spirit of White since there was no back row and it's smaller than Brave Neos. So he's gonna search for Ice, and that's completely fine because he can't kill me right now. And I get to send a Lengling when he attacks. So the plan was to get a really beefy Cyberdark Edge on the field but he doesn't even let me do that. He kind of scoops as soon as he sees that I can get a Cyberdark Edge and that it can attack twice because of the Ling Ling in the graveyard. I was a little disappointed because I really wanted to see how high I could get, and unfortunately a lot of people were doing that. So some of the replays were like quote-unquote ruined, and I had to delete them and get different duels. So yeah, this deck actually won a lot. The main problem was like not opening with you know, one of your 9 cards, which is the Edge or a White Stone of Ancients, and it didn't happen very often. Alright, we have Cannon. We're gonna search for Edge, go regular shenanigans, set the Treacherous Trap Hole, hit him for 24, and then Dragon Spirit of White is gonna take care of that back row, which was an Ultimate Providence, something I was not expecting. So my Dragon Spirit of White is gonna get destroyed, but we have a Treacherous Trap Hole. And even though he's getting his Destiny draw, I assumed he was going to search for Dark Magic Attack, and I was okay with getting rid of my own Cyberdark Edge. But he goes for Eye of Timaeus just to summon a Dark Paladin, since he knows I'm running dragons. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to just beat him with Treacherous because I have other ways of beating him. So we're just gonna activate the Claw of Hermos. I should have Treacherous first. I figured he was gonna negate this, but I just wanted to see what was in his hand. I was curious. So we see the Champion's Vigilance. I'm just gonna summon a Cyberdark Edge, and obviously I can attack directly with both of them, and that is exact lethal. I think he was at 1600. But once again, they just scooped. So if he scooped to a Cyberdark Edge, there's no way he would have let me use Treacherous and then stick around for me to activate Claw of Hermos. Here we have Kaiba next. And this is a pretty bricky hand. Not having a stone or anything, any back row to protect myself. But the 2 cannons are pretty good. So we're going up against 6 samurais. And this is fine because he only ends on 1 Chien. And when he attacks my Cyberdark Edge, I'm going to be able to send a White Stone of Ancients and at least take care of one of those back rows. Hoping I can hit a 6 style. And I end up hitting a World Legacy Clash, which is just as good. So we're going to summon Cyberdark Edge, go for the direct attacks, and then either force him to activate his 6 style and dodge using one of my Blue Eyes in hand, or suicide my White Stone of Ancients on his Chien, and then just summon another one with the White Stone that I sent to the grave. Scoop. Didn't get to use my Claw of Hermos on that one either. We have another Kessler. I think I'm gonna call him Kessler. That's the easier name. I saw a lot of people doing this. I mean, I'm doing the same thing. It's really nice to be able to level them up on rank and also farm for skills at the same time. I haven't gotten anything, but it's nice either way. So we're gonna set the enemy controller. Skillless Metaphys. I dig it. Double Acid Metaphys into a set. I was really lucky that he didn't get Dimension. He's going to lower my attack. Oh, I'm sorry, switch me to defense position. It goes for this, which is an interesting tech in Metaphys. I've seen it before, but I still don't know how I feel about it. So you remove 3 cards from the top of your deck. Obviously you want them to be monsters, otherwise it kind of sucks. And he got rid of a Metaphys Dimension and a Canadia. Only 1 Tyrant Dragon. But yeah, you also deal 800 damage to your opponent, so it's not a bad tech. But switching his monster into face-up position basically gave me the win right here. We're gonna send a Blue Eyes to the graveyard with our Cyberdark Cannon, activate Silver's Cry, econ take, and then just go for game. And then for our last duel, we have, I think it was a Shizu Red Eyes. Oh, maybe not. Or did I click on the same one? Why do I remember a Shizu Red Eyes? Maybe it was this. Yeah, it's a Red Eyes. We're gonna use Cyberdark Cannon, get our third Cyberdark Edge to our hand. Go for our standard play. He goes for Offerings to the Doom, which was a little weird, since last turn he couldn't do anything other than set a card, and he's skipping his draw phase. He's basically just skipping his turn for a Cyberdark Edge, and I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. We have a backup one, and now we can activate the Claw of Hermos, get a beefy Cyberdark Edge, send a White Stone of Ancients, hit him for 2200. But yeah, look at this, 4900, easy. The cool thing about this thing is that it also gives you defense, so it doesn't just beef up your attack, and it proves key in this matchup. We're gonna see the Red Eyes fusion. It's gonna summon a Red Eye Slash Dragon. I'm at 5900 right now, 3300 defense. So with the power of the Guardians, he's gonna have enough attack once he switches me to defense mode with the AD changer. But he's not thinking that I can send another dragon to the graveyard, and on top of that, I'm going to use my Dragon Spirit of White, put another Blue Eyes, that puts me at 38. I send a dragon, I'm at 43 with 6900 attack. Can't get over me, and then we see this is a coup. Because obviously next turn I was going to be able to bypass his Red Eyes altogether and just attack him directly. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, this is a pretty fun deck. You could definitely improve it by using a skill, any skill that you want. It worked pretty well without a skill. Switcheroo, it's always nice, you know, to give you a little bit more consistency on your Cyberdark Edge. Mind Scan, just off the top of my head, Ties That Binds, anything like that would work. But right now I was just trying to level up the new character, so I went without a skill. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't, the link will be down in the description. Along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate it. And until next time.